jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing First in the building. Salute to you on deck, man. Carlos Rosado. I just wanted to talk briefly on this, right? So, as I was on earlier, right, I wasn't even mentioning anything about this fight. I do things for a reason. I really didn't talk much about this fight at all. It was in the process of going on. The reason why it wasn't active in my talking points is because I just felt like something like this was going to happen. Usyk was not going to come off the belts unless Dubois knocked him out. There was no way that he was going to come off the belts unless Dubois knocked him out. That knockdown, he obviously clearly landed a shot to the belt line. And I'm not a Dubois fan. I'm not. And shout out to Dubois, who came in there 19-1. His only loss was to Joe Joyce. We seen he got beat up with a jab. You know what I'm saying? Alexander Usyk improves to 21-0, 14 knockouts. The current reigning defending heavyweight unified champion. Shout out and congratulations to him. I like Usyk. But I did not speak on this fight early because, I was saying to myself, they really want the Tyson Fury fight. So one way or the other, I'm not going to play with this fight and act like I believe Dubois is going to win. I didn't believe he was going to win. I still believe he has development, and it showed. Even when he knocked him down and they didn't call the knockdown, he should have pressured him then if he knew he had him hurt. He should have continued to pressure him in that round. And then to get dropped, at this stage in the game, fighters aren't getting credit. It depending on who you are. Okay, if you're going in there with a fighter like Artur Beterbiev, who has all knockouts, right? You're saying to yourself, man, it would be good to go the distance with him. You know what I'm saying? It would be good to go the distance with this guy because he has all knockouts. He has all stoppages. You know what I'm saying? He has all stoppages. Terrence Crawford, stopped everybody what the way to be. It'd be good to go the distance with this guy. Even Gervonta Davis, Isaac Cruz has gotten mad exposure just off going the distance. And look, he wasn't the first one to go the distance with Gervonta. He wasn't. Romain Stavern, Deontay Wilder. When he fought for the WBC title, he went the distance with Romain Stavern. And he wanted to rematch him just so he can prove that, it wouldn't happen like that the second time around. And it didn't. You know what I'm saying? This fight right here, people going to say what they want to say. I felt watching the replay over and over again and make it so bad. I was watching the fight as I was on live. I was watching the fight, but I just felt like they really trying to make that Tyson Fury Usyk fight. You know what I'm saying? They're really trying to make that Tyson Fury Usyk fight. So Dubois was behind enemy lines, really. He wasn't going to come up out of there the winner unless he did something drastic, like stop him. And even when he earned the knockdown, the referees up there calling it like it's a low blow. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I felt this was going to be a lopsided spoon of biasness, man. Like this scale right here is going to weigh heavy on potential outcome of bias that may influence this fight moving forward, because they really trying to make that Tyson Fury fight, and that's a lot of money. But I thought Dubois earned that knockdown. I thought he earned the knockdown, man. Let me get to the chat, man. Appreciate everyone that's in the building pulling up. Yeah, I was watching the fight during the last live stream. David says Usyk seemed a bit off, but Dubois did a good job. But Usyk finished him off. He did. He finished him off, man. He finished him off. He did. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like fights like that. Even though it happens more often than not in boxing, a fight of this magnitude right here could have potentially changed Dubois' life. Just like Andy Ruiz had the opportunity with Joshua. And the only way that Dubois would have won is the same facet for which Andy Ruiz stopped Joshua. That's really why I wasn't speaking on it. It's easy just to speak on the fight. Yeah. But me, sometimes I just, I haven't been 100%. I say, man, this fight is not giving me the vibes. You feel me? It's not giving me the vibes. It seems like something's going to happen. It just seems like it's not gonna. If Dubois doesn't stop this man, he's gonna lose on the scorecards, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. He's not the more popular fighter at the end of the day. We're talking about two divisions unified. Usyk is certified official. Period. Alexander Usyk is certified official. I like the guy. I met him in person. Got a very, very good sense of humor. I'm not gonna lie. He has a very funny sense of humor, man. But he's a weird type of dude. Remind me of Frankenstein growing up. When we used to have 3 channels, I used to say, I used to get the Addams Family. Used to come on back then. For y'all, you old dudes out there. I said to myself, damn, dude's a cool dude. He coming in all black with some platform shoes on that made him look about 6'20". You know what I'm saying? God damn. Dr. Paul on deck. What's good? Salute to you. In the building. Shout out to Alexander. He said you can hit only above the belt. Everything below is a violation of the rules in the belt, including plus only above the belt. Learn the rules and don't generalize. Well, I'm all about being educated. And the good thing about this is I phrased this on my thumbnail was. You know what I'm saying? My title is different than my thumbnail, but I put it on the thumbnail was Daniel Dubois robbed of a knockdown. Now, I didn't know if you hit on the belt over there with the rules or anything like that. I still don't. I'm not going to take what you said as being facts until I research it myself. But clearly, why would the rules say you have to hit above the belt? What is the belt? I thought it was called the belt line. Violation of the rules. Do you know how difficult it is to pretty much hit above the belt when the trunks are that high? So if you hit on the uniform itself, on the belt line, it's in violation, and you act like you never even seen that rule play out in boxing, period. So to tell me to don't do anything, I understand what you shouldn't be doing. You should not be ignoring the fact that in USA boxing, it is legalized. And if by chance you're correct, that's one of the dumbest rules in boxing, that you got to hit above the belt line. One of the dumbest. You know what I'm saying? So don't come over here generalizing a speck, just a speck of boxing. You know what I'm saying? A speck. Where that was over there in what, Holzclaw? However you announce it. That's just a speck. You know what I'm saying? That's just a speck. That rule doesn't bleed over to the US rule system. It's funny how people always telling you, nah, I'm all about being educated, like I said. But when you're talking about generalizing the US footprint, come on now. You're talking about the US footprint is generalizing? That's where I'm at in the US of A, baby. What are you talking about? I'm in the good old US of A. We don't do, oh, you got to hit above the belt line. Don't generalize. Why would I be generalizing if that rule doesn't apply to us over here? It's non-applicable, brother. It's non-applicable. It was a borderline, could have gone either way. I thought it was strange that Usyk kept complaining that everybody's shot was low. Man, hey, like I said before, it's the reason why I didn't report on this fight. I just felt that it was going to be a whole lot of things that was all, fugazi with it. And they're going to be heavy on Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Usyk keeping those titles. So as I seen robbed of a knockdown, not a win, I knew you're an intelligent individual. Well, all I was trying to say is it's up to Daniel Dubois to finish the fight. If he was robbed of a knockdown, you still got to finish the fight. Who am I to sit up here and talk about, oh, the knockdown, he wouldn't have made it. Usyk wouldn't have made the count if he seen the referee, in front of him. I mean, come on now. It's up to him to finish it. Period. He got dominated, so they had to use something for an excuse. He won 8 to 9 rounds and knock him out with a jab. You're incorrect. He did not win 8 of the 9 rounds. You're absolutely incorrect with that. You know what I'm saying? You're incorrect. He did not win 8 of the 9 rounds when you come talking about Alexander Usyk. You know what I'm saying? And you would have caught me like 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? When my when my attention span was a little bit distorted, then you might have got that past me because I wouldn't have the energy to talk about it. But I'm telling you, listen, you're lying. Straight up and down, you're lying. But listen, it's okay because boxing is one of those sports where you get people who defend what they want to defend, and it's always some type of aggressiveness with people proving their point. So I'm not sitting up here disgruntled at the fact that you're lying, but I'm just saying you don't have to lie over here and make it so obvious. Talking about he won 8 of the 9 rounds. Absurdity. That's preposterous at the end of the day. I guess it was a judgment called by the ref. I'm not mad either way. I won't debate if someone feels it was a knockdown or not. Hey, I'm not debating either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not debating either. But I told you all that Dubois several times before, he's not one of my favorite fighters, man. He has a lot of development to go through. His biggest win was the WBA regular title from Trevor Bryant. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just thought, man, the way he was beat up with a jab, the way Joe Joyce beat this guy up with a jab is worse than Devin Haney beat up George Kambosos with a jab, because Joe Joyce is a heavyweight and he had much more sting on his punches. And Dubois' eye was, battered and bruised. So look, I got to keep it, in line that was an older fight, but it wasn't 9 years ago like Gamboa. It wasn't 9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he has some good points, some good areas that he succeeded in this fight tonight, but he still has a ways to go, man. Real talk, he still has a ways to go. He's not in my freaking list. If he know he was hurt, he should have finished him easy, not get knocked out with a jab. I have to agree with you, man. I have to agree with you. Don't spark him. Don't spark him and then lay off. Come on, bro. This is your ultimate opportunity. Did Andy Ruiz lay off of Joshua? No, Andy Ruiz finish it. He finished it. That's what he did. He finished it. He didn't lay off of Joshua. He finished it. You know what I'm saying? He beat Joshua so much, Joshua was up there spitting off his gum shield. You know, he spit out his gum shield. Huh? No English. No, I don't speak no habla English. You know, Joshua was up there sounding like he was Hispanic. No sé, señor. No habla English. No. Joshua spit out his gum shield. He couldn't even, look, he couldn't even speak no more, God damn it. If it was you, clearly say a knockdown, then 10 seconds is the count he should get. He should have got that 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? He should have got that 10 seconds. He should have got that 10 seconds. They robbed the man. We don't know what that could have did to the fight. But I don't like using a moment as motivation, even though it does work for certain people. The drive you should have had should have matched your motivation to go in there and romp freaking Usyk once he made it back to his feet to continue. You should have unloaded on him. You should have tried to go right back to that same area. You should have went right back to the same area, man. Kill or be killed. You're fighting for the unified titles, big dog. This is what you've been. Don't become the Dillian White, bro. You are young. You got your second loss now. You got your second loss, and both of those are stoppages. You understand me, Dubois? Both of your freaking losses are stoppages, homie. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be the Jorge Linares of the heavyweight division. I don't want you to be him, man. But both of your losses, man. You at one point in time, man, your knockouts was, level your wins. And then of course you took the loss on the back end of the pandemic to Joe Joyce in the 10th, and you get stopped in the 9th, this one. So call it what you may. I don't know if Frank Warren's gonna be able to get that rematch or not. You know, he does have pull whenever wherever he has pull. I don't know, but oh boy, that's why I wasn't talking about this fight, because it was just so much politics. All I seen was politics written all over this shit. We just had the former commander-in-chief down here turn himself into one of the worst jails in GA. And then, I looked at that political aspect of how that's going to play out. And then I'm looking at this fight. I'll say, man, this is not going to end well for the bar. Sure enough, it didn't. I mean, you have to understand, you asking us what we're talking about. We're talking about the fight itself. So let's just say, for instance, you want us to debate something that we consider non-debatable, right? And I'm not talking because it's individuals, boxing fanatics in the chat, hardcore boxing fans that can talk for themselves. But I'm just speaking from a generalized point. I'm not going to debate about Dubois, as far as how many rounds he won or not. But we know it wasn't 8 out of 9. You exacerbating the number, okay? It wasn't 8 out of 9 that Alexander Usyk was winning over Dubois. No. If I said that wrong the first time, Dubois is no way that he was down. You know what I'm saying? 8 out of the 9 rounds. It's no way. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, it don't matter how many times he hit him on the border. It's if he hit him as a low blow. To come over here and speak about what the rules are, you can't hit on the belt line. Bro, I'm not buying that. If the UK or whatever they were tell a fighter they cannot hit on the belt line, it's illegal, that's stupid. And then I'm gonna ask you this, Moto, since I don't know nothing about boxing, right? Why they didn't take a point? Why they didn't take a point? It was illegal. Why they didn't take a point? If it was intentional, if it's such a, you're talking about Dubois did it several times and he finally landed one that sat Usyk down in pain and agony, why didn't the referee take a point? You have to ask yourself that. I appreciate you pulling up. Hopefully you sub to the channel though. You feel me? And you're not just window shopping. Well, he Rob, by the way, I'm the big Usyk fan. Okay. I look, I'm a Usyk fan. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at a fighter like Usyk and how athletic, him and his good friend Vasily Lomachenko are. I mean, he's extremely athletic. That shit he was doing in the ring, doing whatever the open workouts, that shit's fun, man. More fighters in the USA should implement shit like that. Like the fighters in the US, I'm just gonna put it out there. They just so serious, man. They just come here and do the same thing. Usyk was up there juggling freaking um tennis balls and doing all this shit, dancing around, having a good time and shit, showing his footwork, his coordination. That shit is difficult. That's extremely difficult what that dude was doing. And I've seen it in person, and that's a big dude. Usyk's a tall dude, man. And why I got mad respect, when I was taking a picture of him, I didn't ask him. He was playing for the camera and shit. I walked over to him and say, "How you doing, champ? Can I get a picture?" He say, "Sure." You know what I'm saying? He knows English now. He knows English. Took a picture with Usyk. Man, good people, bro. Good people, man. Nice dude. But that shit he was doing in the ring, that is not easy. That is not easy at all. I mean, I like the entertainment value. You know what I'm saying? When fighters do these open workouts, I mean, you can't juggle some balls and dance at the same time. You know what I'm saying? What was that considered to be gay or something? Since we in that era where everything that deals with some type of freaking physical anatomy on a male, another man can't say it. He was juggling balls and freaking dancing at the same time, showing his footwork. Then he threw the change, the dimes out of both his hands, and he was gathering and release them again, gathering them all with the left and right hand. That shit isn't easy, bro. Yeah, that was the British announcer though. But the British announcer is just like Steve Farhood over here, Ross. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not talking to a rookie, man. Just because I've taken the time and talked about Crawford and Spence, bro. I do my share of reading. I do my share of viewership, bro. I view these videos. I look over the shit, bro. That's unofficial. That's just like the unofficial scorecards that got Sean Porter stopped by Terrence Crawford. Timothy Bradley said you're down on the unofficial scorecards. That wasn't the official scorecards. That was the prefix was un. 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 And it still caused his demise. I don't care what the British announcer was saying. I don't care. It doesn't make sense to me because that's not the official scorecards. Nor do they consider the announcer scorecards into freaking as an open scoring system. This is why Bud Crawford's #1 pound for pound. No debatable wins on the resume. 9 unanimous decisions and 31 KOs. Shout out to the Boxing God 7-man on deck in the building. Okay, cool. Like I said, that's what's up. But you're going off unofficial scoring. Unofficial scoring. See, if I would have had, like, if we would have had this conversation during the fight and then looked at the scorecards after the fight, you know what I'm saying? But I did not see Dubois freaking being down 8 rounds. That's pretty much saying he was stopped in the 9th round, right? So it makes it, what round did he win? The first round? What round did he win? So since you gave him only 1 round, Which round did he win? Which round did he win? Bro, you sound extremely upset about a fight that just doesn't look, it doesn't pique my interest enough. That's why I didn't speak about it on my live when I was absolutely looking at it in front of me on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? It's like it didn't pique my interest. I'm not a Dubois fan. I know this was gonna be a Usyk win. I just didn't feel the need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Paul say, peace be free. Hey, shout out, peace be free. What's good, man? Hey, we'll see, man. Shout out to you being in the chat, bro. Make sure you hit the sub button. Everyone that's over here for the first time. You know what I'm saying? I've been out for several days, taking care of some health, situations. But, as long as I can get back, get my energy back and everything like that, I start building back up my lives. But I appreciate everyone that's on deck, man, talking that boxing. Facts in the chat. To the hottest MF in chat in the game, A-Side Official. You already know. That's how we is. Over here, it's always been Usyk. Hate them body shots for real. Always complaining. Well, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to make him pay. Is it Tyson Fury? Is it Tyson Fury? Who knows? Okay. So Ross, it's not a debate. Cool. We're not going to debate about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I respect the fact you over here rooting for the fighter you rooting for or whatever. But, I'm an Usyk fan myself. I'm definitely not a Daniel Dubois fan, but I will keep it as neutral as possible. I just didn't see him being down 8 rounds before the stoppage. I mean, I didn't see him just losing rounds like that. I gave Dubois maybe 3 rounds. But Fox and Band, what's good? What makes it worse is cheat 6. Naval isn't even showing. Man, I swear to God, the internet is undefeated, dog. He's cheat 6. Damn, man. These names are hilarious, man. He said, we all Usyk fans. I'm a Brit. Yeah, man. Usyk good people, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Usyk good people. Real talk. That's amazing what he can do, with his coordination in hand, his hand and feet coordination. That shit is difficult. Just to juggle 3 balls like that and hand and eye and feet coordination, all that shit, man. That's not easy. His trunks was high. The ref always say if the belly button is showing anything on the belt line, I'm gonna count as a legal punch. Well, not for this ref. You know what I'm saying? Not for this ref. I'm not gonna do that for this fight. You know what I'm saying? If you felt that, hey, look, if you felt that if you felt some type of way about me saying you was lying, I apologize, okay? Because I feel some type of way if somebody said I was lying. But I will explain this to you. I'm not going in depth about this particular fight when it comes to the scorecards because I wasn't focused or paying. I wasn't really paying it enough, cashing checks on paying my attention. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying my attention by writing checks to say, oh, this is the fight I'm vested in. I wasn't vested in the fight. I felt by all means and any means that Usyk was going to come out on top because there's bigger paychecks out there for him and bigger fights other than Daniel Dubois, period. So if Dubois did not stop the man, which he had every opportunity, he was done. You know what I'm saying? All this round for round stuff, I don't get involved in that stuff. But when people say something crazy, incredible, outlandish freaking feat, oh man, this percentage right here, He was losing that. Hey, if you was just looking at Usyk the whole fight, of course you're gonna think he won 8 out of 9. Of course. Fury will destroy Usyk. Bully and intimidate with many body shots. Dubois won in the 5th. Yeah, if those two fight, I have to go with Fury because he know how to use his entire structure very well. He can box his ass off. You know what I'm saying? He can definitely box his ass off. I mean, you telling me that it was complete blowout? Is that your opinion? So I'm not gonna get mad at your opinion on this particular fight. Like I said, I'm not gonna invest my energy into saying that I'm gonna debate with you the entire time I'm doing this live. If that's what you think, that's what you think. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you think. What up, W says, hope you feel better. Hey, appreciate you, Pitts. What's good? What's good with you in the building on deck? Yes, sir. Same thing, man. I'm hoping the same, man. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm even doing 2 lives back to back, we'll see how it works out this week. You feel me? Appreciate it, that Dr. Paul. No doubt, man. No doubt. Okay. If you say so, okay, cool. Like I said, I'm just only going to inject so much into it, and then the fight is over, and that's what it is. Let me know which 3 rounds you think it is. Definitely rewatch. Maybe you can change your mind. Whenever I get around to rewatching the fight, I will. You know what I'm saying? When I get back around, you know what I'm saying? And I'll talk about it when I rewatch the fight. You know, but I will rewatch the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into all those rounds. I just felt that looking at the fight once over, I didn't feel like he was down that much. You know what I'm saying? He had put away and squandered that many rounds. It didn't look that way to me. He had some good rounds in there, some good moments. That's all I'm saying. Why you typing? Hey Ross, why you typing so aggressively, dog? You up here trying to switch people words. Look, I watched the fight, but I wasn't doing no round for round strict comparison out of 9. I don't care about that. That's somebody else's responsibility for them to do that. I just felt like watching the fight once over. I didn't feel that he put away that he didn't win that many rounds. That's it. Not that I wasn't paying attention to the fight. I was paying attention to the fight, but I wasn't going up here counting. Okay, let me count how many rounds this person. It's ultimately up to the judges and what they see. From what I know from MMA, and that's not just the UFC. The UFC is a promotion. For those of you that's still saying boxing versus UFC, when it comes to the MMA, mixed martial arts, some of them judges over there are boxing judges. So therefore, you take the boxing judges, you got to check and see how much experience they have on this particular level, right? And are these judges that just judge boxing, or do they judge MMA? I would think a judge that judges both sports, to me, is more versatile than someone who is just judging boxing for a couple of years or so. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the judges in this particular fight were experienced judges, but that doesn't mean they're going to hold integrity. That doesn't mean they're going to have honesty about it, because judges can turn a fight all the time. Judges can freaking influence the result of a fight all the freaking time, man. And it leaves us as boxing fans disappointed, frustrated. And then, you get on here and people don't have faith in boxing. They've been all goo-goo-eyed in 2023 based off what, 2 fights? You know what I'm saying? They got hyped up for Gervonta Davis fight, right? They wanted to be hyped up for Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, but that was a holding fest, you know? And then, of course, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. But yet you listen to some of these other fight fans. Oh man, it's been a year of boxing. It's just been lit. It's been active. It's been out of this world. That's not the case. Now we got Canelo fighting Jamel. Who's going for Jamel? Who believes Jamel gonna win? I'm not saying you shouldn't put your money on Jamel. I'm not. I just feel your mindset has to be in that particular pilot mode to be able to move up 2 divisions and face the best in the game. You know what I'm saying? One of the best in the game for a long time. Alex McQueen, what's good? Usyk beat already all British children, left only one belly gypsy queen. Hey, he gonna have to come for real with that belly gypsy queen. You know what I'm saying? That dude can fight. You know what I'm saying? That dude can fight. Fury can fight, bro. What's going on, Andrew? How you feeling? Andrew Charles on deck in the building. Salute to you, brother. Paul say, Mother Ross, you come across as a fanboy. Hey, look, I'm a person. I'm gonna say it's okay to be a fanboy. I don't get into like, oh man, it's almost like a a phobia that people have to support a fighter. It shouldn't be that way, man. Like you support a fighter heavy. That's the love you got for the fighter, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're a fanboy. I'm a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. I'm a fan man, fanboy, whatever. I have my fighters that I'm fanboys of. You know what I'm saying? I support the sport the way I support it. That's the way it is. I don't feel no type of way when people mention fanboys. Us as consumers, we have to be some type of fanboys. You know why? Because why would we go to the extreme to talk about fighters all the time? Go see them perform, assess their performance. You know what I'm saying? When we see them in person walking, oh, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? If you ask to take a picture of a fighter, you know what I'm saying, or something to that nature, you're a fanboy because you want the picture with that fighter. Don't shy away from it. Don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Hey, Ross, I hear a lot of people talking about their passion. I get it, bro. I get it. Real talk. I get it, man. I get it. And look, I'm not thin-skinned, man. It wasn't like you was dropping freaking obscenity and like you didn't know how to speak English and cussing all over the place, dropping aspersions and all that. No, it was light. It's all good. Like I said, that's boxing talk. That's the debate game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Real talk. If somebody was saying I was lying about something, I probably would have been in there typing aggressive too. I ain't mad at you, dog. For real. I'm just not in that mode right now to debate this particular fight. Nah, not Daniel Dubois. Usyk. I just don't want to, I don't want to deplete my energy doing that shit, man. It's not worth it. Usyk lost in round 5 with that fake low blow. He had his hands shaking and was done for a few minutes. Dubois was clearly robbed by the global charity Ukraine ambassador Usyk. Man, they say he definitely has the home cook meal tonight. Definitely a home cooked meal tonight. Usyk received the home cooking tonight. Fury can't see the punches coming from low. Fury can't see the punches coming from low. Usyk all day against Fury. Who has dropped? Shout out to one on deck, man. Salute to you. I see you, bro. Who has dropped Usyk with body shots, though? Man, you gotta understand, Usyk has a lot of insulation around that belly button. Hold on. Oh boy. Let's see. Motor Ross. Let me see. Motor Ross, read my post. I don't like Fury for the way he moves, but on truth, I think he will lean on and body shot galore out to see. He's just my opinion. Fury whoops Usyk. I mean, I got Fury in that fight. I definitely do. That's some BS. Usyk pulled with that body shot. It didn't look like it hurt though. You never know, man. We're not in there, Andrew. I don't know. That's definitely something I can't tell you right there. Unless we're talking about Bruce Seldon, Mike Tyson, or just some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Some fakery that's going on that we see in boxing a lot. Doesn't Ganu plan on staying in boxing, or it's just a one and done? I've heard both. I can tell you like this: he's not. He's an older guy, okay, and I don't know why people are just crapping on him taking a boxing match, because you had Heather Hardy and Amanda Serrano, who was cross-thread mixed martial arts, and then you had Carissa Shields returning back to the PFL, bringing along Savannah Marshall. Now, of course, I mean, come on now. We don't know what Savannah Marshall's been training. I know Vasyl Lomachenko, probably Alexander Usyk, Terrence Crawford. There's a lot of male fighters who can cross thread into mixed martial arts if they really put time and effort into it. But the women has been doing this for quite some time. Multi-time world champion Holly Holmes, she just took her time and would develop a lot more nicely than anyone that I've seen to come over from boxing over to mixed martial arts in the UFC and become the bantamweight world champion, the first woman to defeat Ronda Rousey. You know what I'm saying? So if Ngannou tends to want to get a piece of boxing, I'm not mad at him. I mean, I don't know why people are mad at him, because he vacated the heavyweight championship. You know what I'm saying? He vacated. Now he's at PFL. Get the money. If he can fight Fury, go over there and fight Fury, dog. I mean, they wasn't talking that mess when Conor McGregor came in here with an 0-0 record and made all those millions with Floyd. That man, look, that money changed that man's life forever. This man had zero boxing as a professional. He had amateur boxing experience. He came over to the UFC with 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? He at the time, he's a 2-weight world champion. I don't care. You know, Ngannou's a heavyweight champion. Fury, heavyweight champion. Fight. Why not fight? It's not that many guys that has a name from mixed martial arts in the heavyweight division that'll come over here and be able to kind of match up with Fury. I don't see Ngannou winning that fight because he never really been a straight up boxer to me, and his cardio has been kind of suspect. But he does have power though. Ngannou has power, man. But you need more than power to come in here and deal with a slick fighter like Fury. You need more than that. You need more time to develop. See, like Carissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, their strength is boxing. But in overcommitting in mixed martial arts and level changes are very crucial. When a fighter waits and feints and gets you to bite, and then they level change in for a single or double, it's over. It's over, bro. So to answer your question, Jameson, shout out to Jameson Edwards, man. The second on deck in the building. I don't think he's going to stay over here. I think he's going to try to make a bag. I hope he does, because that man do some hard work, man. He take care of his people back in his country, man. Real talk. I want him to make the bag with Fury. Real talk. Get the bag, bro. Get the bag. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing, the gold in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, brother. Usyk definitely didn't like them body shots. Usyk complained to the ref every body shot. The bar mistake was not dedicating everything he had to hitting Usyk on the belt line. True. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they was working on something they seen. It was effective, but he could have went back to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't abandon it. He could have went back to it if he felt that, hey, I clearly hit him on the belt line. It was good. It hurt him. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Man, he should have stayed there. I mean, why did you just have all those openings? I mean, you're heading to the championship rounds, bro. You get knocked down, man. It doesn't matter how many rounds a fighter go with a champion. This is epic. You have to finish it like Ruiz did Joshua. You can't sit up here and think you're getting a participation trophy for going 9 rounds. No, you're on the elite level, brother. You got to go in there and show the world that you can fight the whole fight and get the victory. Not just then get a participation trophy and then you start to dilapidate in the late rounds. No, that's not gonna get consumers to come see you. That's not. Shout out to the queen herself, the one and only Destiny. Black is on deck once again in the building. What's going on, Destiny? How you feel? Hopefully all is well your way. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you back on the boulevard. What's your assessment of that Usyk Dubois fight? If you even watched it, that Destiny. Usyk has never liked shots to the body. He always complained that they hurt. That's a little etc. And Fury likes them close. I'm going to be honest. Dubois didn't look bad at all in the fight, but I think he got outboxed at the end of the day. Clearly, there's no debate. He clearly got outboxed. Clearly, he has to understand it. He needs to have enough in his gas tank and enough in his repertoire, his cachet of weapons to be able to contend on an elite level. This is the elite level. Usyk just didn't become unified at heavyweight division for the first time in his career. He was undisputed at cruiserweight. The man is used to the championship pinnacle. He's a different caliber fighter. Usyk is a different caliber fighter, man. Dubois has to get himself up there, man. When you get up there, you got to stay up there. You got to be able to close out the fights, not just be enough. Say, okay, I'm good for 1 through 9. And then I start to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? No, bro, you got to be able to goddamn take it all the way across into that battlefield area where the mines are there. You got to step past the mines. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to land your own, put forth your own explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? And do your own damage on the battlefield. You can't become a casualty. I think Dubois showed me some improvements since he lost to Joyce. Usyk is a top tier fighter. It was a tall order. I totally agree with that, Andrew. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Well said. No doubt. I totally agree. He has shown improvement since the Joe Joyce situation. And what's crazy part, when he fought Zhang, right? He got beat up the same way that he beat up Dubois. You can't make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, dude. You sat there and watched Dubois get beat up. And you wouldn't move your head offline. You was trying to go punch for punch. And when you got heavyweights that refuse to move their head offline, flat-footed, and they got decent power, anybody can get their face fucked up. Shout out to Winston Roberts, man, on deck, man. All the people that I see in the chat that seems like this is your first time over here. Hey, do me a favor and sub to the channel. Appreciate it. Whether or not the body shot hurt, it was a body shot that was not low and then fooled the ref. Usyk lost in the 5th. The boys world champ. Then W said salute, just asking because I was curious if he fight Wilder as well, and I respect your opinion than these other guys. Well, the one thing about Wilder and Ngannou is Wilder has knocked down Tyson Fury several times, even though Tyson Fury has stopped Wilder, right? Francis Ngannou is trying to go to where the money is at, where the bag is at. Why wouldn't you want to face Tyson Fury? He's the best heavyweight in the sport right now, period. So why wouldn't you want to go to the top of the food chain, the top of the pecking order, get it done while you can? You know what I'm saying? And right now, Ngannou, he has the FICO, you know, from the UFC. He has the appraising value. Go over here while you still can throw hands and put in the work. They say his cardio is getting better. He's over there training with Mike Tyson and them, right? So why not go for the bag? Wilder right now is not a higher bag than Fury. Fury beat Wilder twice. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's still my guy, but Fury beat him twice. So therefore, the big bag is Fury. If you ask me who I'm going with Fury and Usyk, I put Fury. You talk about, you know, Fury versus Ngannou. Who I got? Fury. And I ain't gonna get no different. Fury. But I like what Ngannou does for his country and everything, and the fact that he's trying to make this money so he can have it. Goes a long way over there in his country, and you know, he can you know, get some things done over there. You know, build up some infrastructure. I mean, just help his people out, because, you know, it's a good thing he's doing. Commendable, real talk. What's going on with all the mandatory Usyk got to face while Fury's belt still hasn't been vaccinated, even though he hasn't fought in a while? I don't know. You know, with this, Ross, man, when it comes to Mauricio Suleiman, I met the guy, I met his wife. You know what I'm saying? Mauricio, I know a lot of people got a lot to say. Even me, I had my complaints. This dude, you know, he reminds me of the mob, man. You know, he's a made man. His father was in it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too much you're going to be able to tell Mauricio Suleiman on how he runs his business. And not only that, when he came out with that Jamal Charlo, we're not going to strip him of the belt, man, you know that's a paycheck. Somebody slid him an envelope. He got the envelope, goddammit. He got the envelope. The numbers that was on there was too much for them to carry that in a bag. He got the envelope or something, because, dude, seriously, you know, he does what he want to do, bro. He does what he want to do. So, you know, for him to not want to strip Fury, not want to strip Maul Charlo, just have these fighters out here, you know, he makes some beautiful belts now. I'm not gonna lie to you, he makes some beautiful freaking belts. Some beautiful belts. That Mayan belt that he made for Canelo, when he fought on Cinco de Mayo or something like that, man, that belt was nice. God damn. That belt was freaking nice as hell. Mauricio Suleiman does what Mauricio wants. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do, what he want to do. Ain't nobody gonna stop him. And as long as we have sanctioning bodies doing what the heck they want, taking 3%, the Lord knows who and where that money goes. Who knows where the 3% goes? I don't get into that number shit. But just think about it. The fighter has to pay to be champion. For you to wear the belt, you got to pay a fee. Even though you earn the belt through blood, sweat, and tears, you got to pay a monetary fee. It's a stipend for you to be champion. How? And you earn this shit. You should be getting paid a stipend to be champion. You should get paid a stipend. It should be an extra 3% on your purse that you get paid from the sanctioning bodies when you win or defend your championship belt. It should not be the other way around, where a fighter pays 3% to the sanctioning bodies. Like, the sanctioning bodies is living well. This is real. That is real talk. The boss should have capitalized on those body shots. He should have, man. This is not play. You know what I'm saying? This ain't play. This is the elite level. You got to be able to fight through the end, man. You can't just be known for, okay, he good for 9 to 10. Man, those last 2 rounds are crucial. That will be the longest 6 minutes of your freaking life as an elite fighter. How are you going to get respect as an elite fighter? Continue to get these big names, and you're not winning the big fights. Trevor Bryan was not the big fight. he was a worthy, champion. It's considered okay. I know people gonna say what they want, but he was a worthy champion. I mean, he was a WBA regular title heavyweight. No, you know what I'm saying? Boxing say he was. Only thing I got right now, I don't know if you was over here, doctor, but the only thing I got right now is Cash App until I become monetized again. But certain people, want to complain about something going on my channel or whatever, man. So YouTube demonetized me for now. I'm not gonna cry about it, but it's just, I supposed to be considered a small channel, but people sitting up here crying and doing admin work, complaining about videos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it takes time to get that back. You know what I'm saying? Most of my work is my work. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry about it, brother. But those of you that want to donate to the channel, man, Cash App right there. I appreciate you. Either way it goes, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, some more. Salute to you. Usyk didn't grab his groin like Holmes or Bo did. Then when they got their nuts blasted, he acted like he was recovering from a body shot. Hey, Bruce, you try to tell me he didn't waddle. He didn't waddle on the canvas like Bo did when Galata was giving him a nutsectomy, a testicular sectomy. Goddamn, Andrew Galata was doing road work in that motherfucker. He had the jackhammer out. Bing! Shit. Galata was on his destruction time, right? Shit, man. Galata was saying, hey, Bo ain't gonna have no more kids after I'm done with him. Shit, he ain't having no more kids. Dubois faded fast when he finally did. I'm not sure what happened, but he dropped off quick. That's what I'm saying. That cardio, man. Look, Dubois might have been a bit dejected by him receiving not, but man, that's the art of war. You got to keep on, bro. You got to keep on going, man. Seriously, you can't. You got to keep going. That's how I saw it. It didn't go near them nuts. It didn't, man. It didn't. Destiny say the Russian is a hype job. Once again, gets his fights up, he'll stop. Yes, I know his name isn't. Man, dang. Destiny gonna goddamn blast on you with the Gatling gun. Goddamn it. Shit, the laser artillery equipment, the laser weaponry. Well, one thing about it, we've been sitting on this heavyweight undisputed for quite some time. So we don't know what's going on. Like, dude, are we going to get it sometime or another? The belts are there. I understand they feeling some type of way about Fury fighting Ngannou, but that's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali fought Antonio Aoki. Ali even fought Lau Alzado, I believe. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for quite some time with cross-threading of sports and boxing and mixed martial arts finally getting into the groove, stuff like that. Boxing been doing this for a long time, bro. It's been matches like this going on forever. I ain't mad at MMA fighters come over here trying to get, the bag. I'm not mad at them. Bro. Shout out to Lenovo. He said boxing needs to do better. I feel you, bro. But we can talk about it, but it's not a regulated sport. So it's going to continue to have these dark alleyways, man, that we experience. Boxing, at least the WBA Reggie belt will be retired now, but for how long? Hey, somebody's going to scoop that up now. It's not going to be retired for that long because you still consider the world champion if you pick up the Reggie. For real. Dubois need to repeatedly visit that dark place, all in preparation, train for 14 rounds, but Joshua and Dubois lack correct preparation. I don't know what's going on there. Like, he did make improvements since the Joe Joyce fight. I get it, bro. But when I look at a fighter, it's certain fighters that don't like jump roping, don't like going on the road doing road work. You don't see a lot of heavyweights out there on the road, man. I can almost guarantee you that Usyk probably does road work, man. Seriously. But Dubois just comes off. I don't think he does. I don't think he pushed pavement, man. Going out on the run and jog is crucial, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just don't come off with me to be able to have that kill mode on him, man. He need to go somewhere over here in the States. He need to go. He need to pull that monster out of him. Don't be Joshua Dubois. Don't wait till the last minute. You know what I'm saying? You young. Get it done now. He ain't never 25 years old, This man needs to go to a gym where they can pull that out of him, cross over that threshold, man, and come in here and don't worry about gassing out and just outside the midway point of the fight. You need to go somewhere where they can light you up, man. That's a good point, though, Winston. Real talk. Do you think AJ improved his gas tank? Or he just didn't have the opposition to tap into that gas tank? I don't think Robert Helenius, who popped dirty, did anything to tap into the gas tank. And now, the damage that Joshua received, people are going to be like, oh, he only received that damage because Robert Helenius popped dirty. I'm like, brother, I'm not too sure about that. All these tests is coming out over there. I'm not too sure about that. Real talk. I got to do some more investigative work. I don't know, man. I got to get McGruff the crime dog to do some investigative work, man. Real talk. I got to get Cagney and Lacey. You know what I'm saying? Starsky and Hutch, Magnum PI, all those movies I grew up, all those series I grew up watching. I have to get Charlie's Angels on the job. You feel me? Shit, I gotta reach out to Charlie, the Al Heyman before Al Heyman, because people really need to see Charlie. What you guys think about Fury boxing glove situation in the Wilder fight? Please stop. I'm not going there. I'm not going there today. Now, if anybody in the chat want to talk about that, cool. But I'm not doing it, Ross. I'm not doing it, bro. Because now they got people talking about that Bud Crawford, his gloves was loaded. That he was cheating. He was on the program that gave him advantages over there. Not thinking, not sitting up here crediting him for having a more elevated, advanced boxing IQ. They just want to say the man was a cheater. That's not cool. That's not cool. Just support your fighter. Know that he got beat up, dusted off, broken down. You know what I'm saying? And do something to help him return back stronger. Let him know you're out here talking about him in a positive light, instead of busy talking about Bud all the time. If I was in Errol Spence's situation, I definitely would feel some type of way. Like, if you really want to build me up, talk about me. Build me up. Stop talking about Bud so much. That's all I hear y'all talk about. Bud all the time. If you're not a Bud fan, talk about Spence. I said this a bunch already, and I said it again. This current crop of British heavies don't have killer instinct. They ain't mean enough. All right, talk your shit, Andrew. That's what I'm talking about. Inject some motivation into me, man, because I'm trying to get back, find my energy, man. God damn, I'm in recovery or something. Shit. Jesus Christ, man. You see the pictures of the 90-degree angles and the dent in Wilder's head? Yeah, I seen all that stuff, man. I went through it. I seen all that stuff, man. They said that Spence had knuckle prints in his head, but they're not mentioning any of that, leading up to this rematch. So for those of you that's out there pushing the narrative that Spence had dents in his head, be sure for you to do a live stream and try to locate the doctor's notes on that, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be, able to compete until he get those dents in his skull looked at. And plus, can somebody come up and see if the gloves was impounded from that night? We need to see. Yeah, the fees are crazy. That's insane. To be honest, heavyweight division sucks and has sucked since all the gears retired, the greats retired. I say, all I wanted to see was a undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Bring back the heavyweight undisputed. You have a 3-1 situation, a 3-1 ratio, just like the welterweight. Why can't we get it done, dog? Get it done. You know what I'm saying? Get it done, man. The belts are there. No, it's all good. I figured that out. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? First thing Dubois should have done after Usyk got his 5 minutes recess and hit him in the exact same spot. I agree. He should have automatically returned to that area with a power shot. The first opening he gets. He's in a unified championship heavyweight match, man. Your contendership is everything, brother. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, Joe George stopped you in the 10th round. Man, you gotta be able to get out these rounds, man, with these elite fighters. People are not gonna say Trevor Bryan was the elite fighter because he had the Reggie belt. No, you're dealing with the elite fighters, the Furies, the freaking the Alexander Usyks, man. This is the elite level you've been waiting on. Don't be the Dillian White, bro. Be crying about getting a title shot, going there with Fury and get knocked out and pushed at the same time. And then go in there with Jermaine Franklin and pretty much seemed like he lost that fight, but he made it to the final bell though. The 3 Titans was Fury, Wilder, AJ until Usyk and Ruiz showed up. I would say, yeah. Well, one of them, don't relate to Fury because Fury's still undefeated. So whoever showed up for Fury was Wilder. Wilder's the one showed up for Fury, and he consummated that. And then yes, AJ Ruiz, lifted those belts, but he gave them back. And then really the one person that really showed, the 2 fighters that really showed their Titan-esque is Fury. Once he won the belt, he didn't give it up. He defended it. And once Usyk won the unified titles, he defended it. You know what I'm saying? And both of those fighters, Fury and Usyk, was against the same fighter. You know what I'm saying? Was versus the same fighter. No shade, brother. It is what it is. Got a couple of kids coming through with that dog. Just hope they keep it, not get it trained out of them. Keep it. Ali also had 4 title defenses the same year he fought Inoki. Damn. Ali was a special man, you know what I'm saying? 4 title defenses when he fought Inoki. And also Inoki, kicking was involved. And he kicked Ali so much that Ali got blood clots in his leg. Who and what boxer do you know that allow a Japanese fighter to kick them with calf high boots on with metal inlets in them joints? He had wrestling boots now, calf high wrestling boots with metal inlets to put the laces through, and he was kicking Ali with them joints. I want to see Bud get a little tink, the dirt nap he deserved. That'd be a tough fight for Tank. Real talk. That'd be a tough fight. That power I don't see. With the IQ of Crawford. Crawford would understand, just like Tank. Kind of test the waters against Rolly to see what his power was. Right. Tested with Hector Garcia. Kind of tested with Ryan Garcia. He's gonna have to definitely test it with Crawford, but Crawford is neither one of those fighters that Tank fought. You know what I'm saying? Both of them fighters have high ring IQ. It'd be a great fight. I don't think it's gonna happen because Crawford about to move up to 54, and he said once he go up, he ain't moving back down. So Tank better, once they get this rematch in December, he better jump on the the contractual, the table talks. If not, that's it. I don't think it was a snack dealer. Why are these fighters all of a sudden popping positive over there? Popping dirty over there? You know what I'm saying? Why? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Why are all these fighters popping dirty over there, bro? I wish Bud would give military showers, shoes, and dirt naps he's craving. Hey, man, I think this rematch is going to be even worse than the first fight. You know what I'm saying? I think truth be told, I think it's going to be another TKO stoppage because the way they look at it, it's better for Arrow to get stopped via TKO rather than him get stopped by KO. Even though KO can be a fighter that's on one knee and don't make the count. He doesn't have to be blasted unconsciously, sunbathing under the lights. People don't want him to get flatlined. That's the only other word you can use. They don't want him to be flatlined. So they're going to stop the fight via TKO, whatever, to prevent any of that from happening, in my opinion. And he can't be hesitant, though. He can't be hesitant. This is for the unified heavyweight championships. You win these belts, it changes your life. You can't be hesitant. You got to go in there and land it, man. You have to send it. You have to send it. If you don't send it with conviction the same way you did the first time, hey, it's done, man. Correct heavyweights not training as they should. Look at Riddick Bowe and Holyfield, 1 and 2 old school warriors, big guys ready to fight the rounds. What happened now? I don't know, man. I know they was throwing some bombs in that Holyfield freaking Riddick Bowe fight. They was throwing some hellified bombs in that fight, man. And just think, they used to go 15 rounds back then. Jesus Christ. 15 rounds. Could you imagine if these heavyweight fights went 15 rounds for, these heavyweights are not even training like, dude, how can they go 15 rounds back in the day? And we have more of a technically advanced era where the equipment has advanced and everything is technology and advanced now. How can you not get in better shape with all the medicine, with all the research and the data that we have? How can a heavyweight not be in shape? They got everything you need now. They have everything you need to become this ultimate athlete. And these guys come in there tired. I don't get it, man. But y'all hold it down, man. Real talk. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. I might be on here tomorrow. I'm not sure. But salute to y'all. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side Official. You already know. Hit the like button on your way out. Thanks to the ones who support the channel. Make sure you sub. Till next time, man.